And what was it, Dylan? Do you know what those laws that they were trying to pass on the day of the shooting? Which means that was planned, by the way.
Well, it doesn't.
They didn't just, hey, everybody come here. I got a cool slideshow.
Well, it definitely doesn't mean that it was planned.
Okay, so you just think it was impromptu.
Well,
is that what you're saying in front of the camera, Dylan?
Well, there are coincidences in this world.
Okay,
not in your world, not in your flat-brimmed Dave's Hot Chicken world that is always on the internet, always, right? And you're an idiot, so that's why.
Welcome to Deep Waters.
Where are you going right now?
So they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and baking microwave. I love it.
I didn't say that, you absolute moron.
There was no dinosaurs. Those were Nephilim giants from the Bible.
And Lucifer is in the Vatican?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think space is probably like just a giant liquid.
Yeah.
Build it up, seal the wealth. When it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never.
Conspiracy Social Club, aka Deep Waters.
Hey, how you doing? No, we got it. That's fine.
What?
We're in it.
Let him count it. He doesn't have a lot of work. Give him something to do.
Go ahead, count it
Let
down.
him count us in.
There we go.
There we go. We're in it.
Great
We're
job.
in it. Good job.
Way to go, Dark Smith.
Not just a pretty face.
Not
Actually
just a pretty face.
get stuff done.
Oh, and also shout out?
No, dude, don't talk about that.
Don't talk about Fight
Can
Club.
you beep that?
I'll beep it. I'll beep it.
Yeah, dude, we don't want to talk about that.
Oh my
They're
god.
always listening.
Dude, I'm so excited. I can't go to Brentwood ever. Oh, what is the problem
You
with saying
can't give
I
any
can't go to
details,
Brentwood?
dude.
People are going to think this is like a fucking ring. We're not talking about anything too
No,
seedy.
everyone knows I'm not in a ring. I don't do rings, bro. I'm Ronin by myself.
You do rings.
Okay? No, I don't do. I eat rings.
Okay. Yikes. So, hey, listen. Last week we had
A great week.
we had a great week.
Really
It was a
sad.
sad week.
Sad. It's really sad that the only way we get numbers is if there's sadness.
Not the only way we get numbers. If we talk about mystical doors and Charlie Kirk getting shot, we get numbers, but it's not the only way.
Jeez.
So we were wondering what to call the fans.
Yeah. Well, there were some great
lot
suggestions.
of great suggestions. So I'm gonna dig through a couple. Why don't you hit your fucking unfurl your giant papyrus of dates?
Oh yeah. Go to samtripoli.com. Samtripoli.com events. Hit events. Some really great stuff going on.
Some really great stuff.
I'm going to be in Ventura on the September 24th. Then Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oh, Tulsa, that's gonna be great.
Oh, I love Tulsa.
Yeah.
You go see Sam Kenson's his grave. It's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
by the way, everybody in a Tulsa cemetery is a Freemason. You see the little Freemason symbols on their
Big time. Everybody knows that.
October. I'll be in Oklahoma City, and then Austin. Guys, grab your tickets. Austin, October 17th through 19th. Then Skankfest, November 7th, November 14th through 16th. Then I'm going to be in Vegas, November 21st for the Tim Fallout Comedy Night. And then Sunday we're going to the game. And then Minneapolis, December 11th through the 13th. And then closing out at my favorite comedy club on planet Earth, the Dojo of Comedy. And then if you go to youtube.com, slash
barbecued.
comedy.
Yeah.
No, go to videos, please. Go to videos. Go to videos. There we go. Barbecued.
There it is.
The September 20th drops. Another special from me.
And that's called marketing. So yeah, the comments were great. We had two front runners. We had a real from Shady Nasty said Deepwater fans are the Atlanteans.
I like the Atlanteans.
Okay, it's a little bit of
Almost
of
two
a
on
mouthful. Yeah, and then this one comes from BB Fit. Good name for Deepwater fans, the Bottom Feeders.
I'll take the bottom feeder.
Bottom Feeders are great. Union Wireman says Christ is King.
Yay!
Travis Booth says Dylan wears big glasses so he can spot loose change on the ground easier. And
Fire.
White Boston Boy says I dislike Dylan more and more. 15
Okay.
likes. Put your name on it, pussy. Just put your name on it. Listen.
So vote now. Is it going to be the Atlanteans or the bottom feeders?
There were some other really, really good ones, but bottom feeders for now.
You are the bottom feeders.
God, there were so many other good ones. We'll look into it. Anyways, so it's so difficult. I would like to move on to talk about anything else, but
It's really hard because it is such a big subject.
we're still seriously in the wake of this Charlie Kirk.
Because you guys remember you made me podcast during it against my will.
You're welcome.
Remember those days? Remember that day?
You're welcome, Omaha
I'm like,
Steaks.
I'm devastated emotionally.
Can you go to the first tab, please?
Let's pod.
So yeah, we're still very, very much in the wave of this brutal assassination. I would like for this giant, buff, bearded man and his sign to
you have
really
to have real confidence or mental illness to have a mohawk, and I miss mine so badly.
Yeah,
I miss mine so badly.
for sure. But I would like this sign to really lead us through this conversation.
Okay.
Because I do feel, and the sign for the audio listeners says, right, what does it say?
They want us to hate each other. Don't let them win.
Don't let them
Hey, will you
win.
go to my Instagram? There's a really base twink who basically breaks down. Go to my Sam Tripoli
and
Instagram.
Sam Tripoli on Instagram and go there. And
Oh,
then
that
just
one
go
where the
down.
Asian guy.
Yeah,
Find-
Asian guy, and just go
go down right
go
there. The
down
Asian
right
twink
there.
right there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I'm against the celebration of Charlie Kirk's death, not because I like him. I'm against the celebration of Charlie Kirk's death because the people in power will use that to separate the left and the right so that we never develop class consciousness and we keep fighting each other instead of focusing on the people at the top. It has been, and it will always be the agenda to keep us divided and conquer us, to keep us manipulated and keep us controlled. So for the love of God and for the love of humanity, stay fucking focused.
Bang. That's a base twink right there.
That is such a bass twang, and he couldn't be more right. And the rhetoric coming out of some of the biggest independent broadcasters is the exact opposite of that.
I agree.
The exact opposite of that.
I
and
agree.
we can talk about Candace and Sam Hyde and stuff like that, but I think one of the craziest things that has come out of this whole Charlie Kirk thing is people are talking a lot about funding and the amount of money that was going into Charlie Kirk's show.
Yes.
And there's this this report that BB wanted to offer Charlie $150 million,
Yeah.
and he turned it down. And there's obviously that story of, Candace is going to propagate that Israel was behind the assassination, and so is Tim Dillon, and it's just a very, very grifty, easy way to get views. Oof. But the main thing for me is recognize how much money is going into these people who have this veneer of independence.
Okay. I will agree with you on that point. Yes. And I've said this before, the murder of Charlie Kirk is no different than the murder of Michael Jackson, the murder of Prince, and to a point. Well, I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because both those, and you could throw Louis C.K. in there as well.
He's alive, though.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Sorry, that's my bad.
No, that's factually correct.
It is, yeah.
But what do all those people have, including Charlie Kirk, is this desire to kind of go off reservation and to not do the bidding of their funders, whether it's people who pay for their records to be made forever, or even, let's say, this Martin Luther King with the CIA, the FBI starts having certain talking points.
MLK didn't go off the reservation.
He 100% did.
No, he was
started
off the
talking about class wars.
He was off the reservation the entire
No,
time.
he wasn't,
Yes,
dude.
he was.
I totally disagree with that.
You're talking. Okay, so you're saying that he was a race-based activist, and then he started adopting communist rhetoric, and that's when he got killed. Is that what you're saying?
But he was talking about the black and white thing forever, which causes division, and then he started getting into economic levels.
There was division. I don't know that his rhetoric caused the
that
division.
is divide and conquer.
What?
That is divide and conquer. Say good guys, bad guys, in terms of this group of skin color versus this group of skin color. And then towards the end, he was going, it was economic level.
Okay, but when there are no concrete issues, yes, it's divide and conquer because you're fabricating an imaginary war. But MLK was not fabricating anything. He was just advocating for civil rights, which were tremendously lacking at the time.
Well, yes, but that doesn't mean it's not divide and conquer. We're all white people racist. We're all. Would you say the majority of people were racist? What number would you put at? 90%?
I don't know if I know enough to put a
Your
number on it.
Your grandparents hated black people? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. So the point is, even if you're right, it still adds to the divide and conquer of groups of people on the same level fighting with each other.
Okay, well, I still...
And not looking at the top, which is exactly what that base twink said.
I know, but it's such an arbitrary Rubicon crossing to say...
You use words you know I don't know. So that's how you think you win. You don't win, okay?
It's an arbitrary line of demarcation.
Well, it's not, because this has been their play the entire time.
No, but we're specifically talking about
it's more obvious than
someone
others.
going off the reservation is the thing that winds up getting them killed.
Yes.
Whereas, so you want to go... Charlie Kirk was a shill for Israel the entire time, and then he started questioning Israel, and that's what got him killed.
Well, no, we're not saying that, because I'm not going to say that, because that will be the entire episode. But what I am saying is that fits into the line of what happens to these people when you're fully funded at some point, and then suddenly you decide to have talking points that they do not approve. That's the whole thing that came out about these leftists getting dark money, because they were told these are the talking points you can't talk. You cannot go off these talking points. And they were receiving $8,000 a month for it, which $8,000 to most people is a lot of money. That makes $100,000. I get it.
Again, I would say that, and not to. I don't want to get hyper focused on the whole Israel thing. I just think that there are much cleaner candidates to assassinate if you're Israel than Charlie Kirk. Zoran is a perfect person to clip if you're Israel. That is a groundswell.
But they're listen. Let's just for a moment say. Let's just look at
not putting that out there. I don't like Zoran, but
let's just look at the angle of could it be Israel? I'm not saying it is.
Let's look.
But I'm not saying it is. Okay. What is Israel's biggest problem? What has the ADL? What has Netanyahu?
Messaging. Well, the biggest problem is that there's no way to positively message slaughtering tens of thousands of innocent people.
Right. We agree on that. But they have consistently talked about messaging. We cannot. We're losing the info war. That is said over and over and over again.
They're losing the info war to such a vast degree that it kind of makes me go to Tripoli brain. They're getting so dominated in the messaging battle that it makes me think, what's going on here?
Okay, but when you're ready, I'll tell you.
Tell me.
There's layers to this stuff, right? The top layer is that we all kind of bought that Israel wants to annex Gaza. That's an acceptable thing.
That's what they want to do.
Well, the really old talking point is they're getting revenge for October 7th. We all know this is an overreaction to that.
Yes.
So the next thing is they want to annex Gaza. So we'll say that's surface level.
Yeah.
Under that is the Greater Israeli Project.
Okay.
But the deep, deep, deep one is that it is prophesized that the world will go to war with Israel and that God will step in and defend Israel.
Okay, so you're saying that the true zealots in
the deep zealots,
Deep
like
zealots
the
in-
old guys have been like, we've been doing this forever. When is this guy coming?
That's a good one. So they're juicing the algos to fuel the war against Israel.
To get everybody to hate Israel.
Got it. So you're saying it's fabricated and made up.
I'm saying that is their goal.
Well, so it all of this rhetoric surrounding the Charlie Kirk assassination is exactly what this guy is talking about.
100%.
And the first Exhibit A jury I would like to submit is the first like 50-ish seconds of this Sam Hyde episode. And I don't know. I think Sam Hyde is probably just a renegade. I don't think that he's funded to the gills the way that Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk are. And like when you think about the media landscape
Yes.
and how clandestine and deep state operatives, they've always placed a massive emphasis on controlling the message. That's why they had reporters at the New York Times. That's why they've done all this stuff.
Project Mockingbird.
So as traditional media dies, you would have to be foolish to think that these people don't recognize where the biggest pulpits are. And
Yes.
they go to the Charlie Kirks. They go to the Candace
Well,
Owens.
they create the
They create the Charlie Kirks. They create the Ben Shapiros. They create
Yes,
the Candace
yes.
Owens. And people on the left, too. But when you think about the amount of money, I mean, that whether this is credible or not, that Bibi was going to give him $150 million. I mean, that is Elon Musk gave President Trump $250 million.
Yeah, exactly.
So the amount of money going into these quote unquote independent political voices, you have to recognize that that is an immediate disqualifying factor in their independence.
Right.
So when we talk about the downfall or the just the chaotic rhetoric coming out of this Charlie Kirk thing, this Sam Hyde episode was bananas to
Bonkers.
me. Go ahead and roll it.
Oh no!
This
I
is
love what
you.
Sam. I like Sam Hyde a lot.
Okay, that's fine. You and I have different. We
that's fine. That's
we get
what-
different scoops at
that's the
Baskin Robbins.
point of the show.
That's the whole point. All right, roll it back and let's watch this.
This is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this right here is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. This is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this is you. And this is their reaction when you are killed. This is the joy they feel when your sister is raped, when your children are castrated, brainwashed to hate you. This is their ecstasy when the floor of the subway car is awash in your blood.
Okay, that's good.
This is you.
Okay. So what is your problem?
There are people that celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
There were too many people that celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
If we're talking about demographics or portions of pie charts, there were not a lot of people celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
There was no one celebrating the death of that Ukrainian woman getting needlessly stabbed in the neck. No one. So for this guy to put out this bizarre Dare campaign hit him over the head with this kind of stanza implying that there is a civil war brewing is so fucked up and so weird to me. And I just got to calm myself down because it makes me sad to think that this guy has that many viewers.
Okay. What there was, though, for the guy that stabbed the hot blonde was a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
There was a GoFundMe established for Carmelo Anthony who stabbed the guy.
Yeah.
The Kyle Rittenhouse tried to start a GoFundMe, and GoFundMe would not allow him to do it.
How is Kyle Rittenhouse doing? How did Kyle Rittenhouse do after that?
After he went to trial? But
Carmelo Anthony's going to go to trial, and he's going to go to jail.
But Kyle Rittenhouse is not allowed because GoFundMe says you cannot.
Kyle Rittenhouse became a fucking household name
after he went to trial.
Okay, that's fine. But to blow up the behaviors of lunatics and try to present that as a existential crisis.
It is an existential crisis.
It is not an existential crisis.
That was
and that's
only
exactly
enforced on one side compared to the other.
That's exactly what that super powerful twink was talking about. This shit does not exist. It does not exist.
Listen, Dylan, whether you like it or not, there are Bolshevik Marxists right now trying to do pressure from above, pressure from below.
It's
you don't
working.
have to like it. It's just the truth. And we have these activist judges who are releasing people 14 times.
I understand that.
Okay?
It's a problem, but
then you can't dismiss this.
I am dismissing what I'm dismissing.
What is upsetting
I'm
to you
dismissing the
is
odious motive of it. It is a very, very odious
because
motive.
he puts the people laughing that Charlie Kirk died. You're dismissing the rest of the message.
No. The message is that there is the implication is that there is a large faction of people who want to see our daughters and our wives dripping blood on the ground.
100% there is, Dylan. There's tons of videos on TikTok of people calling for the death of white people. Just because you don't like it.
But what does that mean? There are tons of video. Hundreds?
That means I'd say there's hundreds.
How many people live in this country, Sam?
350 million.
That is blown out of proportion. The internet is not fucking real.
Dylan, even if you say there's only a couple hundred videos of it, what we're watching right now in New York and San Francisco and Los Angeles is lawlessness. And we have a fucking judicial system
different thing.
that is working
that's a completely
on
different
separate
thing.
rules for separate people.
You know that's a different thing.
No, it's not, Dylan.
It's a completely different thing.
You're specifically looking at a small sample of videos, and you're not looking at the bigger problem, which is pressure from above, pressure from below. Our politicians aren't coming to save us, and there's crime on the streets. That's exactly the game plan, Dylan.
It is a problem, but the reason why reason why this pressure from above and pressure from below works is because these small sample sizes of nothing lunatics shouting into the ether get amplified into a concrete reality that does not exist.
That is the result of Marxism taught in school and Marxism in our judicial system.
I'm extremely suspicious of these broadcasters pumping this message out. When it comes to Sam Hyde, I think he's a renegade. I think he's just online too much.
But what you're getting mad at is someone like Sam Hyde, and you're not getting mad at the judge that released the guy 14 times.
We did an episode last week where I got upset at the politicians who allow crazy people to walk in the streets next to my wife and my daughter.
Dude, there's places where
hang on, don't skip past that.
I'm not skipping past that.
You said that I don't get pissed off about that, and we sat in this room last week, and I did get upset about it.
Hubris and just ridiculous.
Well, I think his audience gives him hubris, but I don't think this is hubris. I think it's delusional.
I don't even know what hubris means, to be honest with you.
It's overconfidence.
Okay. You're giving him, you're saying what he's saying is he's amplifying something that isn't there.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. And
Yes.
I'm telling you, you are wrong. Because our judicial system is purposefully creating chaos. And when people murder and rape, and we see this in Europe all the time, you're gonna have to beep that.
This is not. This is not aimed at the politicians, though. This video is not aimed at the
Well,
politicians.
I just want to say this, Dylan.
This video is aimed at us.
Okay.
And you want to talk about divide and conquer? This video is aimed at us, and it's sowing division like you wouldn't believe. And all of these independent media outlets, whether it's Sam Hyde or Candace Owens, and we can get into the Candace Owens of it all if you want to, they're purposefully sowing division based on hunches or a life lived online.
Let me ask you
and it
something,
has
Dylan.
nothing to
Did
do
you
with
keep
reality.
this energy when that Asian actor who did that Marvel comic thing talked about taking white people's fucking jobs at the Oscars? Did you do that? Did you do that when Black Lives Matter made all white people racist? Did you do that?
Yeah,
because
I
it's the
did.
exact same thing.
I did.
Really? Okay, next week I want to see those clips. And I'm not trying to get in a fight with you right now.
What clips?
but there's this-
I wasn't doing this show with you in 2020.
but were you doing other show? You were on Adam Carolla. Were you doing any shows? Were you on Bad TV talking about that?
I was doing Bad TV, a show about reality TV for
But there was
women.
no point in which you like said, "Oh, I find this offensive."
No, it wasn't a show that we got into politics about. No.
Okay, where's a tweet? Where's an Instagram post?
Sam,
where's something?
That's the
this
point.
is what I'm saying.
The majority of us don't live online.
That's not the dude. This is not an online thing. This is
I've
the
had
streets
so
we live in.
many conversations
This is the
with
streets
my friends,
we
my
live
family
in,
about
Dylan.
BLM.
When you talk about the shithole neighborhood you're living in with the homeless people masturbating and your neighbors being weird and people shooting stuff, okay? This is what we're talking about. Lawlessness that is purposeful. They're doing this on purpose.
Dark Smith, does that video weird you out?
It weirds me out.
Yeah. It's fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. And get in the comments. Let us know. But again,
I'm just telling you.
I want to keep it fun, dude.
Dude,
It's so
I don't
fun.
want to keep it fun.
It's-
This is what they come for. This is the point of the show.
It's so hard though to keep it fun because right now, like we talked about last week, how we needed to see what was going to happen in the aftermath of this, and this is what's happening. Go to the next tab. So Dave Smith posts a video saying, "I don't think Israel did it," and I'm not talking about Israel because I'm a J and I need to defend Israel. Okay,
All right.
I'm not bringing that on. It's just one of the main narratives that came out of this Charlie Kirk thing is Israel, so we should talk about it. But Dave Smith posts an episode saying there's no evidence that Israel did this.
Okay.
And the guy that Tim Dillon had on wrote in the article that got him on the Tim Dillon show, there is no evidence that Israel did this.
Right.
But I'll go on to hint at a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
So Dave posts this video
Yeah.
and then posts another one today where he has to address the comment section of that video.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the exact same rhetoric that happened after the JFK assassination, after 9/11, and then after time when it became safe dangerous, not dangerous dangerous, we were able to talk about
What
it.
are you talking about?
Well, we're talking about Israel's involvement.
Uh-huh.
And like, am I saying they 100% did it? No, but they have way more reason than this kid they got that nothing adds up.
Okay, but Sam, there are videos of Charlie Kirk.
Que bono, dog. Que bono.
Israel only benefits if they are trying to turn the world against them.
Yes.
So
And control the message.
they're not controlling the message.
So
it's
the day
completely
of,
out of control,
Ben
and everyone
Shapiro,
hates them.
Who is a scumbag, is like, I'm going to pick up the bloody mic and basically take over all this shit. He said he's going to take over Turning Point. He hosts his fucking show. It's fucking gross. It's gross.
Okay. I don't know anything about that.
Okay.
But
You should get on the internet.
you should get off it.
Well, no, I wouldn't disagree with that.
So Charlie Kirk, there are clips of him criticizing BlackRock, one of the most powerful corporate entities in the world
100%.
that is now getting sewn into the public sector.
Yes.
Owning the Panama Canal and stuff like
Yes.
this. And I know you're going to go there. Larry Fink is a Jew, right?
Okay.
I know. I can see your fucking hot routes from
Okay,
a mile away.
go, Dylan.
So I looked up the board of BlackRock because I knew you were going to do this. That board has some J's on it, of course. And it also has Mills and Penningtons and Catholics and people from
and
Africa.
who runs it, Dylan?
The
Dylan,
board.
all I want to ask you is this. If I talk,
Sam, you can't look at a board of a company.
I can look at the CEO and be like, who runs everything? 100% I can.
Okay.
That's like saying, dude, just because Jerry Jones owns the Dallas Cowboys doesn't mean he's calling all the shots.
Can a board oust a CEO?
Yes, and can a CEO oust a board member?
Technically,
Come on, you know the answer.
But I don't.
It's really easy.
I don't think that you understand how business works.
I don't think you understand how power works, and you don't get there
Whoa,
unless
dude.
you play ball.
Oh,
You don't get to the board unless you play ball.
A CEO doesn't have carte blanche over the company. He answers to the board.
He created the business.
The board is filled with people of all walks of life.
let's say
the majority of the
let me
board.
say- let
Shut
me
up
say
for a
this.
second. The
No.
majority of the board actually.
What did he say at the beginning of this?
Sam,
Yeah.
shut up for one
No,
second.
I will.
The majority of the board.
You know he's getting serious because he crossed his legs.
I sit like that all the
No,
time.
you were sitting like this at the beginning.
The majority of the board of BlackRock
Yeah.
are actually not Jewish,
Okay.
right, retard?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So the
You're
board
right. Okay.
that he answers to, the majority of them are not Jewish.
Okay.
So
So,
Charlie Kirk says,
I'm starting a business and I want to create a board for my business. Am I going to pick people who align with my views, or am I just going to allow anybody on the board?
it's not the views are the views are reptilian. They're not. You want to make it this
listen,
thing about.
Dylan,
It's
I'm not
just,
against that. I'm not saying there's a higher level to the Jays than the Jays. I've said that 1,000 times. Dylan, what I have to say to you is this. My girlfriend's Jewish. I'm only here.
Stop.
No,
Stop.
stop. You
Stop.
stop.
It's
I let
so
you
fucking-
talk and
it's
say
so
retarded shit. I want to say something for a moment.
Yeah.
So
It's too cold
my
in
girlfriend's
here.
Jewish. Mitzi Shore is the only reason anyone knows who I am. Okay?
God,
Outside
dude.
my parents, Mitzi Shore is the third most important people. There's other people on there, but Mitzi Shore is the most. Without Mitzi Shore, I wouldn't be here. The person who put me on my first TV show, Jewish. I have no problems with Jews. But what I'm going to say is this. Because I got this from somebody I work with this weekend who's a good friend of mine, and I love him. Oh, you don't think it's Israel, do you? I go, I don't think it's not Israel. I don't know. But if I go to black people, is there a problem with gangs in the black community? 100%. If I go to Italians, are there fucking mob members in the Italian group? Yes. If I go to Armenians, are there shady Armenians in gangs and fucking mobs? Yes. Any group I go, they're going to Middle Easterns, are there terrorists, jihadists? Yeah. There's an inability because of an event that happened
You're
many years
so
away
wrong.
of going, yes, there are some extremists. It's just the truth. Okay? Are there extremists? There are 100% extremists. That makes them no different than any other group. The difference is the people on the bottom won't admit to it.
You're an idiot. There are plenty of Jews that do admit to that.
And they get ran out like the way you just went after Max Blumenthal, saying that he's a crazy person for stating and inferring that Israel might be involved when that guy's one of the most important journalists we've ever had.
Never said that he was a crazy person.
You insinuated that.
Definitely not one of the most important journalists we've ever had.
What are you talking about?
Well, the comparisons that you just laid out with mobs in the Italian community.
What are you talking
pale
about?
in comparison to these broad, overarching conspiracy theories that the
how
Jews are
about
trying to kill
Muslims
everybody.
and jihadists, where we've slaughtered millions of them?
You sound like such
How
a
about
fucking
jihadists
goose right now.
when we killed millions
talk
of
to
them?
Reza Aslan about jihadists and see what he says to
Yeah.
you. He'll call you a fucking Islamophobe.
Yeah.
That's what he'll
Really?
do.
Really?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
I'm the Islamophobe on the show?
That's what.
Is that what we're saying right
That's
now?
what Reza Aslan will call you.
Reza Islam said it, so it's got to be real.
You are in a ball pit by yourself
No,
right
I'm
now.
not in a ball pit.
So Dave Smith posts this video and his comments just erupt. Okay. Dave, a week ago you said Israel would do anything, commit war crimes, commit genocide. I can completely understand you being in fear for your life at this point, but you have to put yourself in this position all by yourself by being a hero and speaking out for so many. Be a man and admit what is quite possibly in plain sight. Be a Candace Owens. Quite possibly. I love that. Be a Candace Owens. This is a fucking grift.
Okay.
People love this.
Okay.
They want this
Yeah.
more than anything. They want the division. They want the fear. They want the boogeyman. That's why these fucking people are so popular.
Do you struggle with procrastinating? You know, when you put off doing something that could save you a ton? I used to be a huge procrastinator until I heard about Mint Mobile's best deal of the year that's ending soon, 50% off unlimited premium wireless for new customers. Stop overspending with big wireless and cut your wireless bill to $15 a month when you switch. We hate big wireless. It's one of our most fearsome enemies. All Mint Mobile plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. Don't miss out on 3 months of unlimited premium wireless from Mint Mobile for just $15 a month. But hurry, because this deal ends September 22nd. Okay? All right? Quit stalling and start saving when you make the switch. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/CSC. That's mintmobile.com/CSC. Upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Okay, so up until October 7th, you couldn't even have this conversation.
Oh my God, Sam.
Okay, you would get ran out. You would get ran out.
All right, next tab. I mean, we don't even need to.
You can play whatever you want, and I'm always fine with you saying that she's a grifter. I have no problems with that because she could be playing the game of pissing everyone off against Israel. But a broken clock can be right twice a day.
That's fine, and I am not like Dark Smith co-signed last week. I'm no stranger to criticizing Israel.
Okay,
no stranger to it.
It's not your favorite thing to do in any way. And it took blatant over-the-top genocide for you to get there.
Incorrect.
No, okay.
And I don't like doing the dishes, but I do the dishes. Okay, I don't know why I said that. Anyways, Candace Owens.
I respect that. Any man that does the dishes is good with me.
Candace Owens is puts out this video. They are lying about Charlie Kirk. Okay. So plays this. We don't have to play the clip. I don't need to listen to this fetid cunt. So anyways, she implies
thank you
that Israel is behind this based on texts that she has about Bill Ackman trying to strong arm Charlie Kirk, right? Then says that she texted a guy in reference to finding out about this and puts her texts on the screen.
Okay.
Doesn't put the texts that she was talking about as the smoking gun on screen, but she puts the texts of her reaching out to find out more about those texts, right? And Candace is a really, really fascinating human being. She's an incredible orator. She's an incredibly smart person.
Okay.
And she is funded to the gills by some very, very shady people.
Okay.
Candace seems to be part of a machine that pumps out propaganda that is yummy and it's a grift.
Okay. Do you think Candace is getting as much as Blair, whatever her name is, that's getting 200 million?
Barry Weiss.
Barry Weiss.
Yeah.
From fucking Paramount for a YouTube channel that gets less views than us?
I think Candace...
You don't think that's weird,
I
Dylan?
think it's extremely weird.
Okay.
And dude, it's so fucking frustrating that you do this shit to me all the time. Like, you go, we blamed Afghanistan and Iraq. I'm
not saying you, Dylan. I'm saying
but
the country, the politicians, the media.
Okay.
That led to the mass slaughter of up to 4 million people on a lie.
All right. We're going too hard in the paint on Israel. Let's talk about...
I didn't want to do that.
Dylan, is this the foundation you were talking about?
Yeah, the Dunn Foundation. So this is one of her big donors. And, if you look over there to the right, the board of directors, the Cato Institute, okay? So who founded the Cato Institute? Ed Crane, Murray Rothbard, and Charles Koch, okay? So the Koch...
Rothbard?
Yeah, sounds like a J to me.
Listen, Dylan...
The money pouring into this woman, the money pouring into these independent people.
Yes.
It's shady as fuck.
Right.
They're part of a machine.
Yes.
They're part of the problem.
Any different than Ben Shapiro?
No.
Okay.
No, none
and
whatsoever.
And that's one side of the argument. If you're going to tell me that so much of our content creators who for some reason have huge numbers and don't have to deal with the censorship that a show like this gets all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. I am not going to argue with that. And it's coming on both sides. I have zero problems with you or anybody else calling out Saudi Arabia. I have zero problems with anybody calling out whatever country, China or whatever, that actually is engaging in political, psychological warfare. But what I will not do is minimalize another country that because your blood is of it, that I will not allow you to minimize it. Listen, the Holocaust is a horrible thing. Why isn't the Holocaust the only one when we don't talk about the 60 million Christians that were killed in Russia, all the Chinese that were killed, the democide that happened at the exact time that was 14 million Chinese people from Japan?
Nobody's asking you to do that.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Dylan, when I start talking about these things, I'm going after the Jays.
I'm not
going after the Jays.
You're going after the Jays.
I'm going after a government
I'm saying
that is
you
Israel.
are wrapped up in a wave of propaganda. Dave Smith puts out a video saying who has criticized Israel for years, almost every fucking day, and has ballooned because of it. Puts out one video saying, I don't like Israel, but I don't think they did this. Has to address it the next episode that shows
because
you
people feel there's enough there that there's warrant the question.
Because people are fucking brainwashed.
Dude, I get killed all the time on the internet for everything, both sides. You can't control what people say.
We're in a media ecosystem that
but Dylan, when you find out that basically they scrubbed all the data off of 4chan and they found that 70% of the anti-Semitism that was on there came out of Israel. Okay,
but let's get. Do you want to get into why you think Israel's behind this?
Well, yeah, I can.
Yeah, get into it.
Okay. One, it's what they do.
Okay.
All right. There's decades of assassinations that they've been behind.
Sure, they're very good at it.
Through deception, we wage war, which is their motto, the Mossad.
Right.
There is a bunch of, let's just say for a second, everything that everyone's saying between Charlie Kirk and his donors was true. There was incentive. Okay. And like I was trying to get into earlier, that if you're losing the information war, a great way to tell content creators, fuck around and find out, is to take out one of the biggest ones of them. The biggest content creator out there. Okay? when we're so quick to go, China's doing this, or Qatar's doing this, or Al Qaeda's doing this, or ISIS is doing this, or the
Do you have any other evidence to present? Because I'm good with conspiracies based on a bevy of hunches, right? Like when we talk about JFK, there aren't
or his bodyguards were Israeli connected.
Yeah, you're going to blame Israel for that too. But the government,
his bodyguards,
got it,
who were Israeli
the government
connected.
goes to great lengths to keep concrete information away from people surrounding fishy
we're
stuff.
Trying to solve mysteries in the dark.
I
here.
understand that.
Okay, like 9/11.
I'm
okay,
all
Dylan, you asked me a question. Let me answer.
But
Dylan, they took down Dylan. Do you know that the guy, the whistleblower for the OpenAI guy who suddenly died, and they think Sam Altman? Do you know his suicide?
All-time Tucker Carlson ism. I just think it's
his suicide
I just think it's
scene
strange.
where he died. Do you know that's still there? They took down the Charlie Kirk fucking crime scene instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yep.
Where did they do that before? 9/11. They completely wiped it out, sent everything to China.
Okay, so what is the implication?
So Dylan, what I'm saying, Dylan,
I'm excited to hear what you're saying.
Is that I can't rule it out. Can you rule it out?
No, of course.
Okay.
not.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't.
I can only control what I say.
Yeah.
Am I saying that Israel is 100% behind this? No.
What percentage would you give it? I'm excited to hear this
60,
number.
70?
60, 70.
Yeah.
Okay. So when he criticizes BlackRock,
yes,
it's a foolish thing to bring up to you because your everything is just going to go back to Israel.
No, I mean, but BlackRock is a punching bag for the internet. So it's like, yeah, you can go off on BlackRock. Everyone goes off on BlackRock.
And Israel's not a punching bag of the internet?
It's a brand new punching bag. It's brand new. It wasn't allowed before October 7th, 2 years ago.
Gotta be kidding.
So this is a brand new thing because, as I've said before,
the arguments are so arbitrary. It's just like
because
complete
you want me
bullshit
to sit there and
You're
go,
in a bouncy house.
evidence, when the people giving us the evidence are fucking liars.
I'm not saying that you have to have concrete evidence all the time. If you look,
Dylan,
hang on one second.
Hold on.
If you look at the JFK assassination,
this guy who loves transferees.
Hang on one second, please just shut up. If you look at the JFK assassination, there is not what you would categorize as evidence.
You mean when the mobsters say we have Jews funding this? That's a literal quote?
I'm not please don't boomerang everything back to Israel, because I'm just trying to make a broader point about trying to find answers when the answers are when people are trying to keep the answers away from you. So when you look at the JFK assassination, it's very, very obvious that he was assassinated by power players. Right?
Okay.
We don't have any hard evidence, but there's enough smoke, right?
You're right.
Whether it's Dulles leaving the night of the Bay of Pigs invasion, pulling off the amphibious expert so that would fail, not getting into Vietnam.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald having weird shit with Russia and going to Mexico.
Him
saying, I want to shatter the CIA and blow it into a million pieces. None of it is like hard evidence, but there's enough there.
Him wanting to make the ADL, not the ADL, what is the funding? APAC registers a foreign lobby. Him wanting to inspect the nuclear capabilities of Israel, and him wanting to get rid of the Fed. Those are all very, very, very important talking points that you conveniently left out of listing. I've said this before. I've done shows on it.
And you conveniently put them at the top of the list every time.
I put them in the list.
I told you
put them at the top of the list. And I've said it before, and I'm on record that he messed with all the wrong people.
I don't put them at the top of the list because it's very obvious. It's very fucking...
Because it doesn't fit into your narrative.
No. It's very fucking obvious that he was killed over what was going
Epstein
on.
a Mossad Israeli blackmailing scheme?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. We made some.
There's no headway. I've been there the whole time.
Okay, but you just had the guy that you're totally believing all of the talking points on the shooter just testified in front of in Washington.
Say that again. What are you talking
Patel
about?
just said that the Epstein didn't traffic anybody. So the guy you're believing.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking
Why
about.
are you saying I believe Kash Patel?
Okay.
Why are you saying that?
Because there's two narratives. Either Israel got him or some trans-loving furry got him. And if you're going with the trans-loving furry, you are believing Kash Patel.
There are not only two narratives. What does Epstein have to do with the Charlie Kirk assassination?
Well, because the question is, can you admit
what does Epstein have to do with the Charlie Kirk assassination?
Israel.
But what does Kash Patel talking about Epstein have to do with the Charlie Kirk assassination?
But because the question is, are you open that Israel pulls some bullshit?
Of course.
Okay, so then anything is possible. If they're willing to blackmail our politicians,
anything is
they're willing
possible,
to blow
but
up
not
fucking
everything
buildings,
is
they're willing
true.
to assassinate a president.
Yeah.
So you would rather believe that just our intelligence agencies would assassinate our president and not a foreign intelligence agency.
Dark Smith. It's a tough
It's not a
nest
tough one
of bear traps to walk into.
I'm open-minded to that could be somebody else. But what I will not do is close the door on that could be this group that you refuse to look at.
I'm not closing any doors. I'm recognizing a pattern.
I'm recognizing a pattern as well. And Israel has a pattern of assassinating political figures.
Right.
And they've bragged about it.
So,
it's called the Samson option.
Right, exactly.
Right? Does that exist?
So
the Samson option? Does the Samson option...
I don't know what the Samson option...
Look up the Samson option.
I don't know what the
so
Samson
we can just
option
have a
is.
discussion about Samson option. Listen to your father, okay?
Yeah.
Don't listen to mom.
The Samson option. I don't know what this proves.
Okay,
but go
so
ahead.
we know this. The Samson is an unofficial last resort nuclear deterrence strategy. Okay, so they have basically something. If they got to blow up a nuke, they'll blow up a nuke. If that's on the table.
Oh my God.
So they're saying if there's a chance that they're going to face complete military defeat, they're just going to explode the whole world.
Okay, so another option here, right, is perhaps the CIA did this, right? Perhaps the CIA did this.
Okay.
To start the kind of infighting that's on display right now, right? We've dropped nuclear weapons on people.
Yeah, I've talked
This isn't theoretical, right?
Right.
Yet
well,
you bring
it's
up
theoretical.
No, it's not.
Not everyone believes that we drop nukes.
Okay. So this is not theoretical. This is concrete fact that we have dropped nukes on people.
Well, that's what we're told.
Yet there's no narrative coming out of you. There's no 60 to 70% that maybe the CIA did it. And you talk about the Samson, whatever the fuck it's called, when they haven't dropped nukes on anybody. We have.
Okay.
Yet
so
you
Dylan,
won't entertain
but they
the
are
fact that we
slaughtering
did it.
people right now. And they are filming it and making laughs and wearing kids' clothes and shooting kids who kiss their hand for food.
Definitely not.
Right? So
Definitely
Dylan,
not.
what I'm saying to you, Dylan, and by the way, Dylan, Que Bono, okay, Que Bono.
Que Bono. I'm just going to go ahead and do this.
Ring it. It's
you
a
have
false
sucked
ring.
Today.
It's a false ring.
You have made no
just like
sense
the Star
today.
of David. It's not a real symbol.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dylan, so the day of the shooting, not after the shooting, not 2 days after the shooting, the day of the shooting, they tried to pass extremely aggressive legislation that they couldn't pass before because everyone's focused on it. And what was it, Dylan? Do you know what those laws that they were trying to pass on the day of the shooting, which means that was planned, by the way.
Well, it doesn't.
They didn't just, hey, everybody come here, I got a cool slideshow
Well,
for you.
it definitely doesn't mean that it was planned.
Okay, so you just think it was impromptu.
Well,
is that what you're saying in front of the camera, Dylan?
Well, there are coincidences in this world.
Okay.
Not in your world, not in your flat-brimmed Dave's Hot Chicken world that is always on the internet. Always, right? And you're an idiot. So that's why you think that.
Que bono,
but
bro.
We talked about Que Bono when this was going on. The Senate was
blocked
trying
the Epstein
to
list
block,
coming out.
Yeah.
They
So
want
is that what you're
try
talking
to pass
about?
a law where if you're a business in America and you don't want to work with Israel, you can't do that. And then there's some murky stuff with what exactly the law is with American passports in Israel.
The incestuous ball of snakes relationship that our government has with Israel is
on the day of the assassination. So you're saying that's a
just
coincidence?
Broadly, I think is very, very concerning and shady.
Yeah, that is really weird, dude. That whole thing, that picture is so fucking weird.
Okay, let's roll this. And this is a great submission from Dark Smith. This is what's this kid's name? Austin Butler.
Yeah, Austin Butler.
Okay, so this
is really weird.
It's super weird.
Valhalla. See you in Valhalla.
To my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
That guy's a meme. Boy, did he get pissed when they killed off his character? Because I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
Haven't.
It was a great death, though.
It's also just so weird that, like, dude.
He is so weird.
Why is he talking about Valhalla? Like,
well, they say
it's a military
Nordic,
thing.
a
it
Nordic
must be a military thing. I don't understand why that
Valhalla is a pagan heaven or something like that.
It's a Nordic thing, but his Dark Smith's question is why is a brown guy talking about fucking?
Because he's the head of the FBI.
Okay.
Which I don't think he'll be much longer.
Now,
I think he's shitting the bed so badly.
Can you?
Nobody trusts him anymore.
Can you play?
They cucked that motherfucker, dude. They got him some sweet Armo pussy, and he is just a ton, dude.
Oh yeah.
He's banging top shelf.
Yeah. So, can you go back to that video really quickly? Because this is the tricky thing about the internet, right? So turn the volume off and let's go. Can you? Yeah. And then go to where, I guess we can roll it. So the closer you look, the weirder it gets. So pause it. So we're at this place called the Goat Island Marine Reserve. Ocean views from every angle. The Valhalla Danish house. Okay, play it. I guess can you go to that really quickly? Who is to say? I don't know. That may be actually there.
I've tried to look for it. I can't find it.
We cut from a Google search to this picture, and it's like,
right?
Who the fuck knows?
There's a lot of muddying the water.
Right. So.
There it is.
Valhalla Danish Society in New Zealand.
Yep, there it is.
There's the picture.
How many people are flying there to see if Charlie Kirk's there?
So I don't know. Maybe it's real, but also the person that made that video could have just easily Googled the way that Dark Smith did, and pulled that picture and then created that video.
I mean, no. So you're saying him in the picture isn't real?
No. I'm well. There's a lot of, and this is why the internet is not real. So
yeah, it's a dead internet.
So he comes out and he's in a Trump t-shirt.
Yeah,
and it's just completely fake. And all these people that
well, now they're saying the video of him jumping off the roof is AI.
Right.
This is where we're entering, where nothing's real.
And we're all and so if you can't really trust anything, why come out?
When was the time that we could trust everything? When was that time?
We could trust things.
Really? When was it?
when we didn't. Sam, do you think when we were living in an era where we said, "Oh, I heard." What is
Take that down. Take that down. Take that down.
When we were living in a time where we said, when the sentence was not in our lexicon, I heard that video was actually AI.
Okay.
Do you think that was a more trustworthy time?
No, when they lied about weapons of mass destruction, right?
Crazy.
When they lied about Pearl Harbor, when they lied about the moon landing.
I don't want to quote
When
Callan,
they-
but there are meaningful differences, and
No,
they
there's
they
not.
may,
The
they
difference
may be
is
fine, but for
the
you
game
to
has
completely
changed.
ignore
No.
them is just
complete and
it's
utter.
so flat brimmed.
nope,
It's so Dave's
nope,
Hot Chicken.
you
It's
are-
like
you are-
so crazy to me.
No, you just can't admit that the intelligence agencies, which plays into what you're talking about, have always been lying to us to manufacture consent from our celebrities.
My question is like,
Right? Remember Rock? Remember
when are you
NWA?
outside of the whirlpool or inside of the whirlpool saying you're outside of the whirlpool?
What?
A lot of your take. Do you get what I said?
I got lost there.
Okay.
Yeah. He's zinned out right now.
He's so fucked up. How many Zins do you have in?
Just one.
Okay. You claim to be this omniscient conspiratorial narrator,
Okay.
right? This omniscient Ronin
Yes.
who sees and glasses the landscape. But it would seem to me that you're quite often caught up in the designed fervor of the people that you say are
okay.
generating it,
Okay.
right?
Right. So give me an example besides this.
The last 40 minutes of this discussion.
Okay. So where have I been wrong, Dylan? Like not in little details here and there, but in the broad picture, where have I been wrong?
You're wrong to tie everything back to Israel.
Okay.
You're wrong to tie. You said today that we did not drop nuclear weapons on Japan.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
You've been wrong about a lot of stuff.
I'm not
as
necessarily
have I.
into nukes.
As have I.
Okay, Dylan, but I have a show that is going 9 years. Okay, 9 years. In December will be 9 years.
9 years of truth telling.
Yes.
Okay.
Dylan, I had a friend of mine who had a podcast called Mueller, He Wrote, was based off the Murder, She Wrote, and it was about the Mueller investigation.
Mm-hmm.
The wheels on that show came completely off when it was when they realized that Mueller was full of shit, and people stopped listening to it. Why has Ben Shapiro's crowd completely abandoned him? My show now is a top 60 show.
You have a massive show.
No, I wouldn't say it's massive. I would say
It's a great
it's not.
show.
Sometimes it's bigger, sometimes it's smaller, but the reason it's still a top 60 show in a very competitive world called comedy is because we've been pretty accurate.
It's not because you've been pretty accurate.
Oh, really?
No, it's because
So I've been more wrong and people just want to hear the bullshit.
No. You're not always wrong. I'm not saying you're always wrong. But
What percentage, Dylan, am I wrong?
I
Would
think
you
you're
say?
50-50.
Oh, you-
But I think you have an incredible show because you're a unbelievably hilarious person.
Thank you.
You are an unbelievably kind person.
Thank you.
You know how to talk. And
I don't. I'm functionally illiterate.
no.
but go
I
on.
mean like broadcast.
Okay.
But those three qualities make for a very impressive podcast host.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's not about the validity of your information. It's about you as a human being.
Okay, that's an interesting thing. That could possibly be true because my girlfriend still watches Rachel Maddow, who's gotten everything wrong.
Well, not
Okay.
everything.
Well, yeah, everything.
And when you say Mueller was
When I mean-
bullshit, Mueller wasn't bullshit. He was just too big of a
Dylan,
pussy to
do
play
you know
the game they
no,
wanted him to
Dylan,
play.
you know what just happened to you? Everything that came out of your mouth for the last 40 minutes just evaporated. Anyone goes, Dylan might have some points, and then they heard that.
No, I definitely.
By their own admission,
I
they
don't
were
think
wrong.
anybody was thinking that I had some valid points. But no, I think that you're an amazing human being, and that's why you.
Well,
have a
I'm
big
going to say to you,
podcast.
Dylan, the difference between you and me is that I'm open to the possibilities. And even if it's probable,
Yeah.
I'm still open to the possibilities.
Right.
Whereas you are not.
That's not true.
You are mistaking your 1/6 of your genetics
Back to it. No.
onto a government
No.
that's consistently been homicidal.
Okay.
Now, if you go, Sam, could you say that about your own government? 100%.
My threshold for belief is just a little bit further down.
You are more likely to not believe it because you want to act like this has been unfairly put on them.
Well, we're not talking about that specific thing. I'm just talking about the world of information and bullshit out there.
Who do you think gets more shit over the last 20 years? Jews? I'll even change it. Take out Jews because I have good friends who are Jews. Israeli Zionists or Middle Easterns? Who gets more shit, do you think? Not just the last 2 years. I'm talking over the 20-year period.
I don't know, Sam.
You just don't want to say it. That's your problem.
What are you
talking about? Doesn't fit
about?
into your narrative. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Muslims have gotten way more shit than Israelis and Zionists.
Yeah, sure.
And my whole thing is I just think everyone should be treated equal.
Yeah.
If you look at it in the last 15 years, the anti-white, anti-Christian movement in Hollywood, the media, that sets the precedence. We won't even talk about the Muslims. We'll talk about the whites and the Christians that have been annihilated by Hollywood and the media. All I'm saying is everyone should be treated equal. And if you want to live in a proper society, you have to throw out political correctness and you have to be able to call people out on their shit.
You think that I am completely off the reservation. I know you're completely off the reservation.
No, I'm not. I'm pretty logical.
For you to,
based on everything I've learned in my life.
For you to not recognize the difference in what certain groups have faced in comparison.
So you're saying to me right now that in the last 20 years,
talking about
power rank it for me, Dylan. Who's been treated worse? I'm not even. We're going to throw out Jews and Judaism. Mm-hmm. Israeli Zionist, Muslims were treated. Christian.
Muslims were treated very, very poorly after 9/11.
Okay.
Jews have been treated very poorly after.
And then
October
you say
7th.
Christians are last. Is that what you're saying? That Christians have gotten the least amount of shit?
No, Christians are teed off on all the time.
Okay, so it's not specific to any one group. But there is one group that's been protected for longer than anybody else.
Again, I don't want to get into it because you're not going to. I do so much to try to give you a little bit of rope, and then what you do is you yank it away from me and you shove it up your ass, and then you bounce around like a silly goose.
Why are you kink shaming me?
Because your kinks deserve to be shamed. Definitely deserve to be shamed. But yeah,
I'm in the weird shit. So what?
There's a history associated with this that you completely ignore, and it's not.
And it's only to them.
And it's not. There's no point talking to it. So
nobody else has been treated like shit.
You're
totally 100%.
You're a moron.
You're right.
You're an absolute.
It's so
moron.
specific to one tiny group.
You're an absolute.
Christians
moron.
never got any. Muslims never got anything.
Oh my
ever.
god, dude! This is the problem. Like, and I know that people think I'm the one that constantly brings this and
which
sits
you are.
it in
You
between
brought
us.
this up.
You love.
I come in here every day going, let's not talk about Israel today.
Incorrect.
And within 2 seconds, you're like,
it's so not true. And the fans,
it's so true,
this is your show, and the fans of this show are your fans.
No, they're your fans too, Dylan.
I'm never going to win
You're
this.
You're just a heel.
I'm never going to win this battle.
You will.
But you're lying.
Dylan, I've seen episodes where they go, Dylan won, Dylan won.
I understand, but I'm funny. But you're lying.
I'm
right
not
now.
lying. I've never lied once on this show.
100% lying.
I just told you I like rope up my ass.
Love.
I mean, what do you want from me?
I
love shoving ropes up my ass.
You love to get the last word.
Okay.
And upon hearing
get the last word.
hearing this accusation of you being a liar, because you're lying right now, you turn into a goofy guy to try to deflect from the very serious accusation that I'm making.
This is hilarious.
You're lying right now.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
Name one thing I lied about.
that I'm the one that constantly brings up Israel.
You constantly do. I come into every episode
bring
going,
up
let's not talk
Israel
about
when
Israel.
the main fucking thing around this Charlie
Then
Kirk
don't get
thing.
mad at me because you brought it up.
We talk about it and then you drag it out and you get that you have this last word syndrome that we have to exit every conversation. Every conversation with you getting the giddy last fucking stupid word that makes no sense. No sense.
I am retarded.
Oh yeah, no, sis. Only them spend $2 phone. It's only them. It's not Muslims. It's not Christian. Next story. All right. So this video of Charlie Kirk's wife. We can get away from Charlie Kirk.
Let's go. Let's get away.
The video of his wife is so fucking bizarre.
I run so far away.
All right. Let's not do this one.
Oof.
Where's the child painting? Can you look up the where's the one?
Maybe in your text?
No, can you pull up child with tear fire painting? This is a really, and I'm so excited for next week when we're out of the wake of this a little bit.
I can't wait.
And we can get back to so this is the crying boy. So this painting, it feels weird to just segue into something else. How long have we been going?
An hour and 10.
Oh my God. All right, that's the show.
That's the show.
That's the show.
That's the show.
We'll get into the crying boy next week. This is a really...
We love you, bottom feeders.
Love you, bottom feeders. Ugh, God, this was an exhausting one.
Next week will be a no Israel conversation.
Who do you think won?
I'm on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, Cincinnati. That's how you know I won. Because he's afraid of you.
Don't let him do that.
No, it's
and
okay.
I don't care if you say he won. Just who do you think won?
No, he doesn't want to piss off mommy.
I'm not gonna.
Mommy breastfed him. Mommy fed him. Mommy wiped his ass.
Mommy did not breastfeed him.
He didn't care that daddy was out there working all the time.
Mommy met son when son was like 24 years old.
Mommy,
okay?
he
So the
takes care of
breastfeeding
mommy.
was done.
Mommy's taking care of him.
You're like
great episode.
Fire episode.
How do I win without even ringing a bell once? So crazy.
I don't think you won. I think it's very clear that you and that line that I said earlier that you constantly say, I see the whirlpool while you're fucking flipping around about to drown yourself. It's a very, very accurate statement. You're constantly caught up in this shit and you think you're above it.
I am.
You're not. Get in the comments. Let us know what you thought about the episode. Like, subscribe. Fuck you.
You want some anti-Israel? You want some non-Israel content? Check out our Patreon, which we're going to record at some point.
Are we doing one on Saturday?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, love you all.
Welcome to Deep Waters.
Where are you going right now?
So they crank the 5G up, and then we just all get shaken and baking microwave. I love it.
I didn't say that, you absolute moron.
There was no dinosaurs. Those were Nephilim giants from the Bible.
And Lucifer is in the Vatican?
Yes.
Oh, okay, got it.
I think space is probably like
Just a giant liquid.
build it up, seal the well. When it's about to collapse, release the gays.
Are you going to get the jab?
Never.
Conspiracy Social Club, a.k.a. Deep Waters.